Hellraiser begins with a mysterious box known as the Lament configuration being sold to Frank Cotton. Frank opens the box in his attic and is subsequently captured and torn apart by otherworldly sadists known as the Cenobites. After Frank's disappearance, his brother Larry moves into the old family home where Frank stayed with his wife Julia. Kirsty, Larry's daughter from a previous marriage, meets up with him at the house, and Julia goes off to check out the attic where she begins to recall the affair she had with Frank right before her marriage to Larry. Larry injures his hand and goes to Julia in the attic, but the blood from the injury seeps into the floor, subsequently triggering Frank's partial resurrection. That night, Julia heads up to the attic to get away from the dinner party downstairs, and there she meets a partially formed Frank, who tells her he needs more blood in order to fully come back. Julia agrees to the plan and begins to lure men into the attic to meet their demise, making Frank more whole each time. Kirsty, during one of those instances, is outside and hears some commotion. She goes up to the attic to find Frank and a victim. During a struggle, Kirsty grabs hold of the Lament configuration and runs off, only to eventually pass out from the encounter and be taken to the hospital. At the hospital, she opens the Lament configuration, which creates an otherworldly corridor where a monster chases her back to the hospital room. She tries to twist the Lament configuration to seal up the opening and ends up summoning the Cenobites with their leader, Pinhead. Pinhead tells her she must come with them and suffer their pleasures, but she tells them Uncle Frank, their last victim, is alive and they should take him instead, to which Pinhead agrees to the deal. Back at the house, Julia finally decides to lure Larry to the attic, and that night Kirsty arrives at the house to see her dad, but unfortunately, she discovers that her father is actually now Frank, who's wearing her dad's skin. Frank tries to go after Kirsty, but decides to drain out the life of Julia instead first. As he hunts down Kirsty, the Cenobites surprise Frank in the attic and capture him. The Cenobites also still want Kirsty, but she is able to dispel them by using the Lament configuration, ending Hellraiser.